Hello, hello, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Glad to be with you tonight. I'm sure you missed me last week, but we're live. We're getting ready to come on hour number 2 of the show. So if you see me look over to the left a little bit, I'm not crazy. I'm actually just looking at my producer over here giving me some of the hand signals that he needs to give me. All right? Not trying to ignore anybody. Just getting ready to unpin this. All right. Facebook, my friends, how are you? Pete, Mike, Christine, thanks for joining us. Roseanne, thanks for joining us. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. Daisy, hope everybody's doing great. Start sharing this with everybody you know. This is how we actually combat the censorship. So that's the music. We're going to come back to hour number 2. I'm going to put the headphones on for a sec. So enjoy this hour of the syndicated radio show.
Here he is now, with a Constitution in one hand and a Bible in the other. Your host, Steve Sanchez.
Thank you, Greg Geringer. Hour number 2. Glad to be hanging out with you. Glad to be back from my vacation. Once again, a big thanks to Jim Franklin, my good friend on the left coast, who hosts the Jim Franklin Live radio show. Glad that you were with us last weekend. Appreciate all your hard work. Glad to be here. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Twitter. And hello, YouTube. And, of course, my radio audience. Glad to be back. 1-877-49-STEVE is how you weigh into the program. 1-877-497-8383 is how you weigh in on the conversation. Here's my question. Did we forget North Korea? I mean, think about it, friends. Look, first, let me start by saying this. I agree 100% with Trump's strong words and his warnings towards North Korea. Now, I know the left and the liberal media, they basically are flipping out saying his tone is too great and he needs to be more presidential. Friends, here's the deal. For 25 years, we've been dealing with this madman, Kim Jong-un. And not him, but his father before him. For 25 years. Jimmy Carter couldn't get this guy under control. Ronald Reagan couldn't get this guy under control. George H.W., Bill Clinton, George W., and Obama couldn't get this guy under control. And if you go back all the way to 1999, then private citizen Donald Trump on Tim Russert was saying the exact things that he's saying today. In fact, he almost prophetically gave a prophetic word all those years ago, basically stating that if we don't get North Korea under control now, when they don't have nuclear capability, we're going to be dealing in the years to come with a big threat when they eventually get nuclear capacity. And they now have it. They can actually hit Guam, possibly even New York, possibly Los Angeles. What's to stop them? How about if it's going to be in your town in Arizona, or in Las Vegas, or in Houston, Texas, or in Lincoln, Nebraska? I am 100% in complete agreement with President Donald Trump's tone. Because he came out and said, look, the American military's locked and loaded and ready to address the North Korea threat. Isn't this what we want? I mean, the top generals are also concurring, saying that the military is ready. They have a plan to go in and take care of Kim Jong-un. And in fact, President Trump has made it very clear that Kim Jong-un would regret it fast if he threatens Guam. Imagine if you're in Guam. Now, if you're somewhere in South Dakota, this may not be bothering you too much. If you're somewhere in Philadelphia, this might not be bothering you too much. But if you're in Guam, I'm sure you're quite concerned over what is going on. Now, some people are saying, no, this guy's really, he's just all talk. He's not going to do anything. In fact, the liberal left, the zombie media, the turncoats in China really want us to do nothing until North Korea strikes first, which would probably be Guam. I'm certain it would be Guam. Think about this, friends. Should we wait? Do we need to wait for North Korea to strike Guam before we react? China's saying that, and China said they'd be neutral. I told you China's not our friends. I told you we are in the verge of a World War III. And I'll be straight with you. I agree wholeheartedly with Michael Savage. I agree wholeheartedly where we should drop the neutron bomb on North Korea. I wholeheartedly believe that. I believe it. I know it's a tough thing to say. I know it's a tough thing to say, but friends, it has to be said. Because here, at the end of the day, it's either them or us, friends. I mean, the left is going to really continue to try to put us in jeopardy, saying that, you know, this is just Trump's way of distracting from Russia. Really, there's no imminent threat with North Korea. And in fact, not only are they saying that there's no threat, that this is just distraction, they're basically even saying that climate change is a bigger threat than North Korea nuking Guam. This is the insanity of the liberal left. This is the insanity of the liberal left. I mean, friends, what's your opinion on this? Do we need to go to war? Are we going to be fast? Are we going to be swift? We have the capacity to go in there without nuclear issues. We have the assets to be able to go into North Korea without any nuclear issues to take this madman out. What say you? 1-877-49-STEVE, 1-877-497-8383. Isn't it something that the media no longer is covering North Korea, everything's Charlottesville? And yes, that's a tragedy because these white nationalists are a bunch of racists, just like the Black Lives Matter are a bunch of racists, just like Antifa is a bunch of racists. And I said this in the first hour, I'll say it again. The individual that plowed through the crowd and killed that young girl, he needs the electric chair. And anybody that kills a cop needs the electric chair. And I am an equal opportunity, throw you under the bus type guy. I think Black Lives Matter. I think Antifa, I think La Raza, I think La Mecha, I think these neo-Nazis are all domestic terrorists and hate groups and racist groups, and I believe they should have no fundamental rights. There, I said it. I'm saying what others won't say. But the media is pretty quiet right now, right? I mean, the media is quiet. Not talking about the imminent threat of nuclear war, not talking about North Korea. Everything is Charlottesville. Do you think there's enough time in their schedule to be able to talk about both? I mean, they repeat shows after show after show. I mean, you see one show in the morning, and then in the evening it's the same show, it's a repeat, and then late at night it's the same show. Do you think that they can be real news networks and actually report on multiple things? I mean, think about that for a moment. So when Michael Savage, colleague of mine, basically states that he believes that the U.S. could drop a neutron bomb in North Korea, crippling them, I agree with him 100%. And I personally believe that Donald Trump needs to double down even more on the threat on North Korea. Friends, this is a guy that is excited about his nuclear capacity. This is a guy that's going to continue to keep moving forward in his increase in his nuclear arsenal. I mean, that's the reality. But of course, the liberal left, because they want you to be in jeopardy, because they don't care, they're the zombie media. Oh, this is just Trump's way of the Russia distraction. Oh, really convenient for Donald Trump because, you know, here's the reality. Climate change is really a bigger issue than the nuclear threat. I mean, that's how sick they are. Friends, this is how sick they are. They believe, they absolutely believe that climate change is a bigger threat than nuclear war. These are the people you continue to elect every 2 to 4 years. Democrats have lost their minds. They are insane. So what say you? Should we go to war? Is this a farce? Is the issue in Charlottesville just a distraction? I mean, after all, this did happen on George Soros' birthday. Most people don't know that. So is it just a distraction? Let me open up phone lines. Let me go right to some calls, in fact. Producer Nate, do I still have time for some calls? All right, let's go ahead and jump over to Deplorable Gary in Las Vegas on News Talk 720 KDWN. You're up next. Welcome to the program.
Hey, Steve. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
I really love it when you fight and argue with people. Not with me, what do you call it, which that's not going to happen now and then, even among friends.
Correct.
I differ with you. I take a different take on this a little bit. Only because I think I'm begging to drive you crazy.
All right.
A little bit in the audience.
That's okay.
I think they should be secret negotiations to help North Korea drop a bomb on California. After we tip off your friend Jim Franklin and Mike Savage, get them out of there. Because that will help the illegal immigrant problem. If we had in Argentina so fast, we wouldn't even have to build the wall. And two, these liberals might wake up, the reality. And then we can do what you said, then we can do the neutron bomb. Where it leaves the buildings and just kills a bunch of people. We need to focus on him, the nut over there. We need to kill him and then see what happens.
Yeah, well,
that's my 2 cents worth.
Well, I appreciate it, Gary. I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for the call. I got to bounce up on break. Deplorable Gary brings some rather interesting points to the dialogue, talking about bombing California, which I disagree with. And of course, he said that he was going to try to provoke the audience. I disagree with that. However, what I do agree with is gathering all the illegal aliens that cross over and take medical benefits, educational benefits, financial aid, food stamps, WIC, and everything else, and send them back to Mexico. Because the truth of the matter is, this country is feeding too many people and not enough of their people, which is the American citizen. Number two, trust me when I say this, the media may be quiet regarding Donald Trump and North Korea, but I can promise you the Commander-in-Chief, President Trump himself, his administration, his security team, the generals, I am confident are discussing strategy as we speak. North Korea is not going to get away with what they're doing. Guam is not going to get hurt as long as President Trump is the Commander-in-Chief. Australia has our back, Japan has our back, and I can assure you, even though China are a bunch of turncoats and the Chinese people are a bunch of turncoats there in China, we've got enough allies to basically take down who we need to take down, and that is the Mr. Potato Head with the bad haircut, Kim Jong-un. 1-877-49-STEVE is how you weigh in on the conversation. I can see by the call screen that our calls are full. So if you're getting a busy signal, keep calling because you will get in eventually. So get in now. And for my Facebook Live audience and for my Twitter audience and my YouTube audience, keep sharing this video, keep commenting, keep using all these emojis. That's how you beat the algorithm. As I go to break, I'm going to take the headphones off and start dealing with you, Facebook, and chatting with you. Appreciate you being on. Steve Sanchez, 1-877-49-STEVE. Quick break. Come back to the phone calls. Don't you dare go away. All right, friends.
Very good seg.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Facebook, how do you like my Kansas City Royals hat? My good friend Dave Hammond in Missouri, went to high school with him back in the day. Shout out to Lee Grant High School class of 1987. Sent me this official Kansas City Royals cap. I'm sure you'll agree, it just looks beautiful on my head. Comment below, tell me if you like it, tell me who your favorite baseball team is, and continue to keep this thread going. Continue to keep sharing this. Make sure you're liking the page, following the page, sharing this with everybody you know. And I want to let you know, on Monday, when we do our daily rant right here on Facebook, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I now have the availability to actually invite you, one lucky fan, every single day, invite you on live video to actually engage with me live on Facebook and with the whole audience. So it's an exciting thing we're going to be putting together tomorrow. So tomorrow when we're on the Daily Rant, I want to make sure that you're ready, because one lucky person is going to get on and it's going to look like a Skype session. We're going to be on, we're going to be able to engage, all the fans will be able to watch that. So make sure you tell all your friends. So question, what do you think about North Korea? Do you think we need to just take him out? Do you think we need to drop the neutron bomb? Do you think that the Charlottesville issue is a distraction from what's really going on in North Korea? We're going to talk about that when I come back from the break. In the interim, I've got to review my notes, so I'm not ignoring you, friends. So just keep the comments coming, and I'll keep reading those as I can. So let me go ahead and see who I can see here. All right. Go Astros, says Todd. And, of course, Yvette is saying the Yankees. Mitchell Gutner, thanks for joining us, Wayne. And Todd, thanks for being with us. Jenny is saying nuclear war, jammer. I'll tell you, the comments are going so quick. There's so many of them that I apologize. I can't read everyone. Let's see. Mr. President with the bad hair is Donald. I hate everything about you. Oh, Jenny Godiva. Shame on you, Jenny. Jenny. What happened? Are you telling me that you're an Obama fan? Do you know that your president, Obama, for 8 years could have dealt with North Korea? Do you know he just didn't have the backbone or the guts? I mean, after all, do you ever see him ride a bicycle with his little helmet and his little shin guards and things? You know, kind of a fruity guy. But, you know, it's just my opinion and I'm sticking to it. Barbara Lamb, mainstream media wants to brainwash us. I agree. Bill Penn saying great show, and I thank you, Bill, for saying that. Bill Wong in Los Angeles, what's up? Shirley and Debbie, thanks for being with us. Ken, thanks for being with us. Steve, I want the prez to... Okay, well, wow. These comments, Producer Nate, are going by quickly. All right. All right. Teresa Chestnut, I say take him out. The sooner the better. And by the way, you look beautiful in your hat. Teresa, thank you so much. You just made my night. Okay, Ken Baxter, Steve, gosh, Producer Nate, this is killing me. The minute I start reading one.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, right?
I'm trying to keep up with everybody.
Blake, I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. Chris and Wendy, thank you. Let's see where you want to do it.
Are you protected? Are you prepared? I'm over 400,000 fires in the USA every year. Up to 85% of all deaths in a fire are due to smoke inhalation. Treatment that air and we as humans will stop. Be prepared. As state papers and my favorite state smokers give you up to 60 minutes of breathable air protection. Order yours online at ASE.com.
Craig Smith, hello right back to you. Timothy from West Plains, Missouri. All right, coming back.
Now, it's more the Steve Sanchez.
Hey, legacy food thing, remember?
Yep. I got it.
All right, welcome back. Steve Sanchez hanging out with you. Glad to be here. 1-877-49 Steve is how you wait to the program. 1-877-497-8383. I know I've got calls on hold, and I'm going to have to take you in the next segment. In fact, you know what, Producer Nate? Let me just go ahead and take one other call here before I bounce to break. Let's go to Mike in Reno. You're up next. Welcome to the program.
Guam is 2,000 miles from North Korea. As far as I know, they showed no capability to go anywhere near that distance or with accuracy. Trump is correct exactly following this policy. You threaten them with destruction. If they send a missile within 200 or 300 or 400 miles of Guam, he has to attack. But he's not going to do that. So Trump is putting the ball in his court.
Correct.
The problem is China. China threatened us. And we're going to have to recalibrate our missiles towards Beijing
and towards the Three Gorge Dam. We can't put up with a threat from China like this. China said they're going to stop us if we attack Korea without provocation. The provocation is landing a missile near Guam. That's the closest American territory. Hawaii is maybe 3,500 miles away, close to 4,000. That's what he's doing. He's doing exactly the correct thing. Steve, take another vacation. I like your substitute.
Well, that's okay. You're a Freemason, and you're going to go to hell because you're a Luciferian. So thanks for the call, Mike. All right, bye-bye. See, Mike is a Freemason and a Luciferian. And Mike, if you ever got in a room with me, you would never have the guts to tell me that, Elmer Fudd, because I would literally lay hands on you and deliver the demons right out of you. You sound intelligent, but you're not really that smart, because the Bible says that anybody that doesn't believe in God has no wisdom. So you can sound good and you can regurgitate your talking points, try to throw me under the bus. See, Jim Franklin is a pastor. You didn't know that. See, Jim Franklin pastors a big church in Fresno, so he allowed you to have a pass because I was texting him as we were on the show. But if Jim Franklin really wanted to, he could have read your mail and pulled the devils right out of you. Steve Sanchez, 1-877-49-STEVE is how you weigh in on the conversation. And this half hour being brought to you by our good friends over at Legacy Food Storage. Friends, look, I'm going to tell you, with all the North Korea threats that are going on, with all the world's uncertainty, I'll tell you this, I went right to Legacy and I said, look, I need to have a special bucket for my listeners. And they said, Steve, we can do it. For $39, friends, you can get 1 week's worth of food storage. That's correct. But when you use Sanchez at discount, you're going to get an additional 20% off. So it's $32 for 1 week. Friends, look, do not wait. You need to go visit Legacy Food Storage. Just do this. Visit legacyfoodstorage.com or go to my website, The Steve Sanchez Show. You'll see the Legacy Food Storage banner. Click that. Go order food tonight for $32 only during this live transmission. 1 week's worth of food storage. I'm going to tell you this, if there is an issue and there's a run on the grocery stores, friends, how will you support and feed your children and your grandchildren? Think about that for a moment. I mean, look, here's the reality. There is bunker sales going off the chain here because people are concerned. I'm not going to get that crazy on things because I'll tell you this is what I believe. I believe that the reality is this. If there was an issue, we would probably need some food storage for a couple, 3 weeks. That's really what we would need. Don't you think that your family's worth that? I've got a number for you to call as well. 888-543-7345. That's 888-543-7345. Or visit legacyfoodstorage.com. Make sure you use Sanchez at checkout for your discount. Look, 25-year shelf life, the best tasting, the lowest cost per pound. It's made in the United States. It's non-GMO. And get this, it's free shipping on all orders. So that's right. Tonight, when you go buy 1 week's worth for $32 because of my discount, you're also getting free shipping. Friends, I'm asking you to do this because we are in uncertain times. Once again, legacyfoodstorage.com. That's legacyfoodstorage.com. Make sure you use Sanchez at checkout for an additional 20%, or just give them a call. They're not commissioned salespeople. 888-543-7345. Let them answer your questions. Quick break, and when we come back, more of your calls. Don't you dare go away. Yeah, Facebook, did you hear that devil? Mike and Reno? Sounds like Elmer Fudd from Bugs Bunny. I know he's a Freemason, so I'm a prophetic guy. He called once before on the show, and I could recognize his voice. Holy Spirit ministered to me as I was talking to him that he was going to try to put a dig on me. See, and here's the reality. Here's the reality. He thinks he's smart. And you know what the Bible says? If someone doesn't believe in God, they have no wisdom. So they can sound as smart as they want. They can write best-selling books. They can be the richest man in the world. But if they don't have God and they don't believe in God, the Bible says they have no wisdom and they shouldn't be listened to. That's what a Freemason is. They're nothing but a straight-up Luciferian. They worship Lucifer, the light bearer. And last time I checked, Lucifer is the devil.
I've authorized them to offer you an even greater savings on what is the lowest cost, best tasting emergency food on the market. And get this, it's made
What's that?
in the USA. I like that.
Cool.
I know you'll like that. Visit LegacyFoodStores.com right now for an additional 20% by using Sanchez at checkout. That's 20% discount by visiting LegacyFoodStores.com and mentioning Sanchez
3 views?
at checkout.
Yeah.
Are you happy washing your hands with harsh chemicals? Are you happy doing laundry with detergents? Are you happy paying high prices? Find your happiness with pure soap. These all-natural...
You have 4 minutes. So you need water.
Nah, I'm good. Yeah, you know what? I think I do.
Get items individually and still save big. You're getting soap products twice as good as what you're using now. Earth-friendly and natural soap. Your family deserves the best. Happiness is 5starsoap.com. Why not take your money off the drain for a change? See them at 5starsoap.com.
Yeah, Mike and Reno, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm going to get that Wascally Wabbit. Yeah. Jim Franklin that sat in for me last weekend is a talk show host on the left coast. Good friend of mine. He's also a pastor of one of the largest churches in Fresno, California called Cornerstone. Great man of God. Great talk show host. Believe me, California does bring you conservatives. Don't forget, California did give you Ronald Reagan. But I knew Mike was going to try to throw a dig on there, and he said, "You know, I got to tell you something. Take another vacation because I love you're feeling better, and I'm going to get that Wascally Wabbit too." Okay, Freemason, Luciferian, you get in the room with me, I'll deliver the demons right out of you, and I'll actually have you talk like a man, not like Woody Allen. Mike, the Woody Allen of America. You Wascally Wabbit. You Wascally Wabbit.
Check out the comment from Jenny Godiva.
What'd she say?
Try putting this atheist under a bus. You're a horrible human being. There are so many better books to read. Carry your Bible. I'll keep my Stephen King.
You can keep your Stephen King, Jenny Godiva, when you're burning in hell with him. And my advice to you, Jenny Godiva, is stock up on sunblock, because you're going to need it where you go. It's going to be nice and toasty there with the devil tickling your feet. Don't be so surprised you keep talking like that the devil doesn't tickle your feet tonight. Jenny Godiva. What a name. You would have to ruin the wonderful chocolate by that name. You should be more Jenny Craig. I looked at your picture. I'm in that mood tonight, friends. That's what happens when you go on vacation. Sheila's saying, Jenny, you just need to go away.
So we got 60 seconds.
All right. What's that? Craig?
Yeah.
Jim Franklin, be careful. I'll come out there and pull the demons right out of you. Great show tonight. Thanks for the plug. All right. You can deal with Craig.
All right. Want to message me on what the next
It's going to be Liberty ID. And friends, just to be clear, on the special right now with Legacy Food Storage, it's 16 servings. 16 servings, which, you know, you can stretch 3 to 5 days if you're one person. You know, we don't have to be gluttons if we're in a survival issue. I'm sure we're not going to be eating 3 meals a day. So, 16 servings, $39 on the LegacyFoodStorage.com website with the Sanchez discount, 20%. That's $32. Go buy it tonight. Just please do me a favor. Keep this show sponsored. Take care of your family. Go to Legacy Food Storage right now on the website or give them a call. All right, coming back. All right, welcome back to the program. Steve Sanchez hanging out with you. 1-877-49 Steve. 1-877-497-8383 is how you weigh into the program. Let's just jump to our busy calls. Let's jump over to Mike in China Lake, California. You're up next. Welcome to the program.
Hi, Steve. Welcome back, Reverend Steve.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Glad to be back.
Yeah, your other host, Jim, he's a great guy, and I can't believe he's from California. That's a rare breed.
Absolutely. Jim is a good man. I'm privileged to know him, and he's got a great show called Jim Franklin Live, Monday through Friday on 1680 KGED in Fresno. I clear on that affiliate also in Fresno, but just go check him out on his website. He's a good man.
Yes, I'll do that. Thanks, Steve, and I want to get a hat when they come out, Steve, and I will pay extra to avoid the hassle if you'll put your John Henry on there before you send them out. I don't know if that's possible, but I was just asking.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and we already got your message. I've already got a t-shirt signed for you, and I've already got a hat on order for you that is going to be signed, that isn't going to cost you a penny, because of all the support you show me in California. Producer Nate's already put the order in for our fulfillment desk. So you are the guy that's going to get taken care of tonight. Doesn't mean that others won't eventually, but you will because of all your support. We're grateful.
Oh, right on, Steve. Right on. Yeah, our family loves you, my friend. I spread the word. Anybody that I can talk to that I think I can get my foot in the door, I mention your name and your station.
I appreciate that, my friend. It means a lot. It means a lot. So what's this about Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, this just came out this week. Colonel Quake, he's going to set up his entire USC Foundation to fight President Trump. Any governor or mayor in the county or in the country can use their resource website, Arnold's, for forms and funds to sue the Justice Department over the sanctuary funds California's going to lose mainly. But Colonel Klink says President Trump is a disgrace, but I'll tell you what. I think the definition of disgraceful is offering your maid Austrian schnitzel, and then out of the strudel oven, popped out little Joseph Mengele. And this is why he's married. I don't mean that. I'm sure the boy is a good little kid. But, this is why he's married to a Kennedy, Maria Shriver.
Yep.
But this crowd didn't even go to his dad's funeral. That's a disgrace. He wanted to ban Independence Day fireworks in California because of climate change. Him and Al Gore, they share the same bed.
Yeah, they do.
He stopped all small mining in California, all dredging. They don't realize, these stinking environmentalists, that dredging for gold and silver in the creeks and the rivers, it cleans these creeks up. We deposited, I'm a miner, I'm a gold miner, we deposited 137 pounds of mercury to the forest department. They didn't even say thank you, but dredging softens up the salmon beds, it cleans out heavy metals and mercury. They just don't want to admit it because it's a way for the small man to make a living. But he sued his widow. That's the disgrace to stop all mining. He's such a rhino ass and a pompous ass, along with Al Gore. Al Gore saying that the biggest problem we have in America now is climate change. What a moron.
I know.
This guy also, Arnold, he sued the widow of this Beverly Hills contractor that died on his job. This is a multi-millionaire. He's worth $300 million.
Yeah,
He
nuts.
sued the widow for $35,000. And this guy's a Nazi. He's a full-blown Nazi. He needs to be deported. And you know what, Steve? Going back to your last hour, Obama started all this idolizing the Islamic Black Panthers. Remember when they were intimidating people at the voting booth?
I do.
Going in?
I do. They had nightsticks.
And
Yep, they had nightsticks right in front of the doors. And, yeah, but no one said anything. No, nobody said anything. No media said anything.
And what about GD America, Reverend Wright?
Exactly.
What about Louis Farrakhan? You know, but anyway, I'm so pissed off, but I'm glad you're on air, Steve, because people get to vent and people get to call in and participate in taking back our country. And right now, I love Michael Savage too, but it's hard to find him because so many cities or city council, they don't want to have the truth. They don't want to know the truth.
That's right. That's right.
But the truth be known, we're all being controlled by the Masons. They want population control. The Democrats have started every war. They've been Masonic. I mean, can you imagine our population now if they didn't kill 150 million people in World War II alone?
Telling you.
I mean, God made this planet for massive population, endless. He said the Gentiles into heaven would be endless. If you get on a plane and fly to Alaska, which I do every year, my family lives up there. I lived up there, and we mine gold up there, which is another story I want to clue you in on later, Steve. It's very exciting what we found. But anyway, if you get on a plane, the land is endless. They said that the whole world could live in the Mackenzie Valley in Canada if the Canadians would let you in. They don't let anybody in. They control their borders.
Oh, I know.
Worse than Mexico.
I know, but we're the bad guys, though.
I know, Steve. Great show. Keep up the good work, and I'll let somebody else talk. I know there's a lot of other people that want to speak their mind, but thanks again.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, man. God bless. Mike in China Lake, California. What a patriot. What a great American. Let's jump over to Jim in Riverside, California. You're up next. Welcome to the program, Zombie.
Hi, Steve. The Constitution guarantees us a small r Republican form of government.
Mm-hmm.
Plato's Republic. You do not have troops beyond your own territory. When you do that, you are an empire.
Mm-hmm.
The empire began when the Navy took Hawaii in 1893 illegally. We now have 800 bases like Pearl Harbor around the world, with countries being bankrupted.
Mm-hmm.
The senators, the congressmen, the president, the Supreme Court, the U.S. attorneys, district judges, they all take an oath of office to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. Where is my Republican form of government? I'm living in the biggest de facto military empire in the history of this planet.
Do you think Trump's part of that?
I want him to come home.
Yeah, I know. I said. My question was, do you think Donald Trump is part of that dictatorship?
Unfortunately, I think he has become surrounded. The 11 generals, the NSA with what they're still doing on the phones, and insane people in the Pentagon thinking we can get into a war that won't be World War III. And this thing in Korea. I mean, everything should, we should announce that, listen, China, you take the nukes out of North Korea. We will take the landmines out on Diana's birthday with the royal family there. We will take our troops out. We will reunify Korea into one unified country, denuclearized, and all's well that ends well. And this guy, Kim, he's a basketball fanatic. He's not going to destroy America. He's in love with the NBA. I called up Congressman Kennedy. Can we arrange for him to have a minority share in the Celtics? He'd love to sit in the front row seat. The guy's a basketball fanatic.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I think he is, Jim. I think he's a Dennis Rodman fanatic, and he loves Dennis in those tutus and when Dennis paints his nails. Got to bounce, Jim. Thanks for the call. 1-877-49-STEVE. 1-877-497-8383. Let's jump to Donna in Ridgecrest, California. You're up next. Welcome to the program.
Hi, Steve.
Hello.
I'm calling tonight, and basically what I'm calling about is the fact that our president is being downmorsed by everybody. I can't understand it. I don't understand the people. And Hillary, she just keeps on going like Nothing's happened to her at all, even though we know that she's committed all these crimes.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand it. I can't understand our country.
I'll tell you. Let me tell you what it is, Donna. We're in the end times. We are in the precursor of what I believe are the last days. The book of Revelation is very clear. Now, do I believe the last days are tomorrow, next month, next year? I don't know. Even Jesus doesn't know. But I will tell you, this is the precursor of the end times. It has to be. When you see little 8-year-olds being allowed to dress like little girls and the parents are okay with this, like this most recent BBC article that I saw, we've got real problems. When literally parents are allowing their children not to identify with a gender, nor they're even identifying the child with a gender, we've got real problems. We've got the devil that is in government. We got the devil that's in media. We got the devil that's in arts and entertainment. We got the devil that's in the education mountain. We've got the devil that's in families. And we've got the devil that's in the church. And the church doesn't stand up anymore because they don't have a backbone anymore. Donna, I got to bounce. I'm up on break. Thank you for the call. 1-877-49-STEVE is how you weigh in on the conversation. 1-877-497-8383. Of course, the SteveSanchezShow.com website. I want you to go visit there right now for a couple reasons. One, if you haven't subscribed for free to our undisclosed bunker portal, you can go do that right now. You get exclusive podcasts. You get the show behind the show, or excuse me, the show after the show. You get behind the scenes. You get a newsletter, discounts on merchandise, and so much more. It's for free. So go register right now. What are you waiting for? And while you're on the website, make sure you're following me on Twitter. Make sure you're following me on Facebook. And then start looking at some of the advertisers and sponsors that keep us on the air. I said earlier we have a legacy food storage special for you, the Steve Sanchez Show listener. Food storage, friends. Why? Because we're in an uncertain world. Why? Because North Korea is threatening a nuclear strike. Be prepared. Go to legacyfoodstorage.com. And I want you to go to the SteveSanchezShow.com. Peruse the site. Drop your comments. Send me an email. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to go right back to the phone calls. Don't go away. I think I got frozen everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, happened to me last week too. It's like I'm being sabotaged. See? Nothing moves. Yeah, that's next segment for Liberty.
It's available right now by calling 888-772-2929. That's 888-772-2929. Or you can visit them at rnegold.com/Sanchez. Don't let the globalist agenda hurt your retirement dollars, your 401k, your IRA, everything you've worked for. Call right now for that free ebook. 888-772-2929 or rnegold.com/Sanchez.
Warning, if you recently declared bankruptcy, you're going to want to cover your ears. Because there's an alternative to bankruptcy, and it's better than you ever think possible. But if you've already declared bankruptcy and have missed this opportunity...
I haven't forgotten you, Facebook. Just going over my notes.
Right now, the company has resolved more credit card debt than anyone in the U.S. may be able to settle your debt too. You can resolve your debt with one low monthly program payment. If you call right now and qualify, Freedom Debt Relief will show you how low your monthly program payment could be for free. Call now. 1-800-660-1297.
Boy, the censorship is crazy tonight on social media. I mean, absolutely insane.
To find out for free how much of your hard-earned money Freedom Debt Relief can help you save, call now. 1-800-660-1297. 1-800-660-1297. 1-800-660-1297.
hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature and expand your horizons with the highest quality, most
I'm going to do a hard shutdown when we go to break, top of the hour.
on the market at slimbow.com. Slimbow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug-out bag or storing in your vehicle.
Facebook friends, do me a big favor as I'm at break. Make sure that you're still following my page and you still like the page, because I've got little Facebook elves that are going in and unliking my comments, unliking my followers, unliking my friends list. It's happening. They're trying to silence me. They're trying to silence me, friends. I'm just telling you. So without your help, without your doubling down, making sure that this is shared, emojis are being used constantly, comments constantly, that's the only way we're going to be able to fight them back successfully. Producer Nate, anything significant that I can respond to, since I am frozen like a piece of ice?
No, not really. Everybody's stuck on the Jimmy comment. That could die.
All our tax experts today at 1-800-765-9681. And us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-765-9681. Again, that's 800-765-9681. Fully cooked, ready to eat bacon. I'm talking thick, meaty, center-cut, presidential bacon. Savory and delicious. I buy some, I use some, I store some. Awesome. No refrigeration needed with a 10-year shelf life. NASA pack technology. Bacon. Fully cooked, fully hydrated, ready to eat right from the packed bacon. Or warm and served. Life-saving.
Wait a minute.
Bacon. 10-year shelf life bacon. Ship free at fullycookedbacon.com. Fullycookedbacon.com.
Will the government protect your family from Iran and North Korea's newest weapon, EMP? We buy guns to protect ourselves, home, health, and car insurance for accidents. Maybe you also have food storage. But how would you keep your refrigerator running in a long-term EMP blackout? Using tested military design, the Solar EMP hardened solar generator protects and powers your critical appliances for years without burying items underground or wrapping them in aluminum foil. Unlike other threats, Solar is used every day to help offset your electric bill automatically. Visit PortableSolarLLC.com to learn how easily expandable the system is. Solar is the most...
I'll tell you how emojis work against the censorship, is that when you have enough of them, the false news, the fake news that they give you, when you look at my feed, you'll see live views, and they basically will only tell you there's so many people watching live views. But if you look at how many people have actually viewed my live feed, it's thousands more than what's being shown there. So if we continue with the emojis and the comments, literally we expose the social media police for the fakes that they are. And sharing literally is another big weapon that we do. Trust me on this, friends. This is what we have to do. All right, welcome back. Steve Sanchez hanging out with you. Glad to be here. 1-877-49 Steve is how you went into the program. Let's take another call in Las Vegas, listening on my flagship, News Talk 720 KDWN. It's Bill. Welcome to the program.
Hello, Steve. How you doing?
I'm good, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, well, I've been missing you, you know. We go up here. The voice that I hear on Sunday night is something that's very special to me.
I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah, well, you got it covered. And I was going to ask you also, could you put me on your list to receive a hat, cap, and a t-shirt?
You better believe it, because, Bill, I know you've been a longtime friend of this show.
Yep.
And Producer Nate is writing your name down. But before you hang up, you've got to make sure you talk to our board op, Andy, to get your info so we can take care of you.
Well, I just like to see another one of the Sanchez walking around out there. And I like to spread the good word that you have on Sunday night.
Well, I appreciate that. You do that. You go out there and wear it loud and proud on the Strip. Wear it loud and proud in Summerlin. Wear it loud and proud on Fremont Street. Wear it loud and proud on the Fashion Show Mall. And people will ask, who's that? Well, it's this guy you got to listen to on Sunday night. He'll expose all the hypocrisy and all the globalist agenda that are trying to take this country down.
You got that right.
Well, I appreciate it, sir. I got to bounce. It's a short segment. But, Bill, don't go away. Stay on hold. Andy, if you can take his info, we'll take care of Bill in Las Vegas. Appreciate you, Bill. Have a good week. Steve Sanchez, 1-877-49-STEVE is how you weigh in on the conversation. This half hour being brought to you by our good friends over at Liberty ID. Friends, look, with your kids starting college, imagine the identity issues that they can get into with their credit card, on social media. I mean, think about that. I mean, they are a huge target. In fact, my youngest daughter went to go buy her first car not too long ago, a couple, 3 months ago. I sat with her at the dealership. She got her credit report run. And do you know that literally she had stuff on her report that wasn't even hers? Thanks to my good friends at Liberty ID, they know how to fix that. In fact, they have helped over 60,000 individuals in the last 3 years get their identities restored 100%. They know what they're doing, and they're patriots. And right now, we've got this great Sanchez special. Listen to this. Liberty ID has authorized me to allow your whole family, to be covered for $129 a year. Not each, one time per year, whole family. But get this, they're also giving you 60 days free. What do you have to do? Two things. Call 844-44-LIBERTY. That's 844-445-4237. Or simply visit libertyid.com. Make sure you mention Sanchez at checkout to get this special. 60 days for free. $129 to cover the whole family for the year. Not each, total. Friends, look, no other identity theft, identity restoration company on the planet does this, and they're not just in the monitoring business like your bank and your credit card company and what your credit union tries to sell you and what some of the others out there are trying to do. No, they literally prevent you from going crazy from the shock of identity being stolen. And friends, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I've had it happen to me. My daughter Emily had it happen to her. And you got to ask yourself, are you next? Trust me, friends, kids in college, they're susceptible to it. Why? Because they're lazy and complacent with their credit card. And when they get that, there's big trouble. Now, they may not see that right now, but when they get ready to go buy a house, when they get ready to go buy a car, friends, I'm telling you, identity theft is a major, major issue. Liberty ID fixes it. Once again, give them a call. Reps are standing by right now to take your order. 844-44-LIBERTY. That's 844-445-4237. Or visit libertyid.com and make sure you mention Sanchez for your discount. Top of the hour news is next, and then you definitely want to hang out for hour number 3. Don't you dare go away. Facebook friends, it's that time to say goodbye. Periscope, YouTube, we're also going to bounce out. We still have one more hour, though, of our radio show. So if you want to listen to the radio show, you can do two things. You can go right to our website, thestevesanchezshow.com. You can listen live right from the radio site. There's a little microphone. There's a pair of headphones. It's an icon. You click it. Boom, you're listening to the third hour of the show live. Or you can just pull our list and find an affiliate near you. What's an affiliate? A radio station near you. So make sure you do that. Make sure you take advantage of our offers that producer Nate has put up on the thread. Legacy Food Storage, Liberty ID. Go do that tonight. Keep us on the air. Keep us moving forward. If you love this show, this is how you help support it. I gotta bounce. God bless you all, and we'll catch you on the other side.